Hello, Karen here for your daily read. I shall pull your soul cards. I'll put them up the screen for you to have a little look at and a reflect on before I launch into my reading. We'll see what Spirit wants to talk about today. Oh, okay. Well, Spirit still wants to talk about this from yesterday. Yeah, this kind of, we talked about the soul descent. Yeah. So I'll leave them there for a minute. If you didn't see the video yesterday, then it's worth having a look. Okay, so for me, yeah, I think you need to go look at the one yesterday if you've just come across this. But this yesterday, we were talking about soul descent, dark night of the soul, talking about the truth of who we are, difficulties we may be facing, darkness. And I think in terms with this, yesterday it showed with a guy who looked like he was fetal. This for me is someone being born. When a baby comes out the womb, we have the water and we have the blood. We got the water there, but he's got light down his middle section. So I'm looking at this like spiritual rebirth. So this guy is naked. He's kind of underground. He's been stripped of who he may have thought he was. You know, that sense of I am a father, I am a mother, I am a teacher, I am a mechanic, I am whatever those roles are. And the sense of somebody's goodness or their badness, you know, I'm a good person, I give, I'm loving, and or both, or the sense of I'm a failure, I can't make it, I feel ashamed, all those kind of concepts we hold within our minds. But this is ego driven. It's kind of whether it is an introverted ego that says you're not good enough, or it is a kind of inflated ego that thinks you're too good. The job of spirit is to draw you down back into your soul so that your ego is no longer in the driving seat dictating what direction you go. If you got a kind of repressed ego, inverted ego, I call it, you know, that you're not good enough, or you know, you're in that kind of dark cave. What am I going to do? I'm guilty, I'm full of shame, I can't make it, I can't do it. Doesn't matter, or if it's inflated, it's the same thing. It's ego, the mind, which works with ego in control, and it brings you into these dark places, you know. Situations in life can bring us into these dark places, but the whole point of it is so that you can birth, not from your ego, but from your soul. So it's soul birth. This to me is coming naked to the center of who you actually are. You're good, you're bad, you're ugly, stripped naked to be shown who you are. And then you're rebirthed. Your essence, your soul is rebirthed. So for me, this is what the cards are saying, and as we had that yesterday and it's come up again, I think Spirit still wants more said about it. So there we go. So I'll pull some tarot to see what would like to come from the tarot. But yeah, difficult. Descent to soul is difficult. But if you look at the red here, there's red there. So it's almost like, you know, being birthed out. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So for me, we got the two court cards here. We've got a sense of learning about the world. Often when we're in this situation, it's a sense of relearning what life is about, what we are about even. And that can happen at any age. You can be really young when that happens, or you can be really old when that can happen, or it can not happen. You can go into your darkness, not learn, and you have a repeated pattern of going back into a dark cave or being drawn. Or you can be completely distracted and just distract yourself through drink, food, shopping, online games, however your personal distractions are. But here is a picture of it. It's a real picture of it. There's a guy, he's in a black cloak. That speaks of judgment. It's a 5, so on the Tree of Life it's Geber. It's about discipline, limitation. It's a kind of Saturnian energy. So this guy is this guy in a sense. He's looking at his spilt cups. He's not seeing there's two stood behind him. He's not seeing the bridge over the water to a different place. You know, there's a church there, sort of church or a town, sort of place of refuge for him. He could be being judgmental of himself, judgmental of others, but he's certainly limited and he's certainly stuck and he's not going anywhere. It's that crying over spilt milk. But the bottom line, he needs to learn. He needs to learn why circumstances are as they are, why there is the darkness. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a slow, transformative energy. So it's an energy coming towards this guy, saying, here you are. I'll give you a pentacle of understanding. I'll show you why you're in this dark place. And it is meant, because you're meant to learn through these circumstances. And you're meant to rebirth. So this can be on a very personal level, but I talked yesterday about this collective energy, and I think, you know, this is very much so a collective, but we're individuals within the collective, so we need to do our own personal work. And you know, when we're in negative space, when we're judgmental of ourselves or others, when we have an inverted or overblown ego, we will constantly come to this place. Because actually our thoughts, our feelings, everything that goes on internally comes out into the collective. We're not meant to stay either individually or collectively in that dark, naked, difficult place. We're meant to rebirth. We're meant to find our soul essence, find our kind of huge potential that's in us. Limitation and stuckness comes to show us the way out. The way out. And this is the way out. It's through rebirth. So yeah, that's the kind of feel I get with all these card spirits wanting to bring it 2 days in a row, this thing. So if you're in a place of vulnerability or you're feeling naked, go down into yourself, find out why you're feeling like that. Be honest with yourself. You know, you have light there, you have energy coming towards you that's transformative. Learn from these stuck places, whether it's a judgmentalism towards yourself or a judgmentalism towards other. I mean, this is a difficult, harsh, tight place, and it's not a place that you want to stay in, either that or that. You want to birth out, you want to move out of that place. So I'll pull us a chakra card. But very much about emotions. I think yesterday it was more, was it mind? But today it's about your action out in the world. So have a look at your action, your internal action in terms of your emotion and your intuition, and your judgmentalism, you know, of yourself, of others. And just look at that, where you need to birth into another energy. Because these are two very contrasting energies. He's coming through there, outward. Egocentric, soul-centric. Yeah, look, soul healing. So that's the soul star chakra. So that's healing from above. It's not healing that she's covered in that purple light. So yeah, she's healed her heart. She's had her heart healed. And all we need to do that is to, you know, he's reaching out his hand. Just reach out your hand. He has his hands open in a position of receipt. This 5 in the Tree of Life is Gebra, and it's on the receptive side of the tree. So it's a kind of receiving. So we need to receive the messages coming towards us, and it may be in the form of our circumstances, and we need to learn from them. And then once we've observed ourselves in our nakedness, warts and all, nothing to be afraid of, we can receive soul healing. And actually soul healing is soul rebirth. Yeah. So open up to healing, open up to a true assessment of yourself, of your circumstances, of society even, and receive, you know, the healing and what's coming towards you. So I'll pull us a daily healing card just to finish up. Yeah, they're heavy messages, but they're necessary messages, because we're such beautiful beings. We're more this being than that being, you know. And we got so much to create on this earth, so much beauty, so much to pull out of ourselves. When we're stuck in our egos, either overinflated or deflated egos, we're not bringing the beauty of our souls out. It's sad. There's your artwork, sprouts. Sprouting. In the moment, if you can, oh, look at that. Remove your judgment and criticism and truly listen to someone. You will empower them. That includes listening to yourself. Yeah. So there you go, quite difficult messages once again. I'd love to bring just light ones, but this is what Spirit is wanting to speak to us all, including me. So drop the judgment of yourself, of others, you know, and your criticism. I mean, we have massive inner critics, you know. Listen to someone. Don't make your mind up. Listen to your heart. Listen to your soul. Yeah. And you'll find that rebirth happening from there to there into the light. All right. Lots of love to you all. See you tomorrow.